today we are going to learn about CSS box model and why it is important and how to implement it and what difference it will make. Let's dive into code and see. So here I have implemented my boilerplate, and in that I'm creating one div with class container. And inside that I want four boxes, so let me create four, four div with class box, and inside that I want uh, four paragraphs. So let me add those things as well, uh, and then we will be and let me put I am box. Okay, and say box 1, box 2, box 3 and box 4. So this is my code, and go to live. Let's go live and see what output it is. So now we can see over here that there is four paragraphs has been created, and it is coming into different rows just because the div is a block element. So what we need to do, we need to do some CSS over here. So let me link my first this thing CSS border box. Okay, let's go to this and provide CSS for this container. So what I want width of this container should be 1000 pixel, sorry, and height let's say 500 pixel. Margin will give auto, and yeah, border, let's give border 1 pixel, solid red. So now it's looking better. Let's give the CSS for box as well. So what I want now, I want to divide this container width in four similar width. So I mean to say, let's divide it by 250 pixel each, and that will be width, and height just a random value 350 pixel, and float left. Give background color as well. So let's give this one as a background color, and now we can see over here. So in our outer box, that is container, is totally filled with these things, but this layout is not looking very good. So what I want to give some border for each and every box. So let's go and give that border 1 pixel, solid. Let's go for black. Since I have added 1 pixel, and the box, I am box 4 is coming into row 2, and you know why this is coming into row 2, just because of this border box model. So earlier the total width of this container was 1000 pixel, and we had four sub container or box in that with width of 250 pixel each. So if we'll multiply, that will go 1000 pixel, and now we have added one more pixel border to each boxes left and right. So it will be like 8 pixel each 8 pixel extra. So since here we have only 1000 pixel, but if we will calculate this, then it will become 1008 pixels, and the actual size of that container is 1000 only. So 8 pixel is gray. 8 pixel is more than the actual size. So now if we are going to calculate the size of this particular box, like let's say box 4. So uh, right now its actual size is 352 cross 252 cross 352, and it means every side means like width has been increased by 2 pixel, in left side 1 pixel and right side 1 pixel. So this is the box model. Let's go and fix it. So for fixing it, we need to make this one as a 248 pixel. Now you can see over here it got fixed, and the layout is looking good. But again, if I want to give some padding to each and every content so let's go and give that one as well. So if I want to give padding of 10 pixel, that's a 10 pixel. So again we are getting these things, and the box 4 is going in second row. So in order to calculate this thing, so let's go and check the actual width of this border. So now it became 272 pixel, and for that we have added padding of 10 pixel into the left and 10 pixel to the right. So it became and plus 1 pixel of border, so 1 pixel of in the left and 1 pixel in the right. So it became like 11 pixel in the left and 11 pixel in the right, and similar goes for top and bottom. So let's not talk about that. Let's first concentrate on width. So now width became 272. So in order to fix this, we need to provide this width. So for that, since we had earlier made it 248, and we removed 2 pixels from each. Now we need to remove or we can say subtract from 250 to is 11. So let's subtract 11. So if I will make this one as a 239, then it will work. Okay, it is not working, so let's go. Okay, so yeah, so sorry from that. So we need to subtract total width. So 20 pixel plus 2 pixel, 22 from that, the total. So it will if we will subtract 28 from 250, it will be 228. So 228 will be there, and let's make this one as a 228. Now it's working fine, but the layout is not looking very good. So I want to add margin to the layout, to this box. Let's add margin of 5 pixel each side. So again it is coming over here in second row. So earlier it was like 22 pixel. We reduced from actual size what we had, and now we need to reduce, like 10 pixel more, because in left side we are giving a margin of 5, and at the right side as well we are giving the margin of 5, so it will become 10 pixels. So if 250 minus 32, so it will become 218. so if I will go and give this one as a 218 pixel, now it will work fine. So if you want to uh, if you want to make any changes into this layout, so you have to again go and change the width and height of mostly width of that particular layout or class, and then it will look good. But that's not good approach. So suppose we have in our website let's say 100 of the layouts, then and since each and every layout is a one box, if I want to change something into one box, so it will impact to others as well, and I need to go and change like that for each and every box. So the best way to do is one concept came into CSS3, that is called box sizing, and that we will learn into next next video. But for now, let's understand these things, box modeling. So if I'll inspect this item, so let's see here over here. So I'm going to body and my first container. So can you see over here the actual size of that content became 218 plus 350, 218 cross 350, and now it is being looking good. But this is what I made, and I went to this code and fix it that like this, but the actual size was 250, and if I will save and reload these things, then my content size is 250 plus 10 for this padding and 10 for this padding, so it will become 270, and then one for this border, left side border, and one for right side border, so 272. And if we will calculate for margin as well, so 272 plus 10, it will become 280, 282. So 282 multiplied by 4, so it will become like 1168. So 168 pixel is going extra, so that is why it is coming into second row. So the calculation of this actual box size is very hectic, and we should not go for this box modeling. So CSS3 properties came, and we need to use that one only.